when we're talking about something like Freemasonry or Kabbalah or Tarot or any other occult tradition, we're not talking about one thing. We are talking about an original, deep mystery tradition that is about the self and about human consciousness. And then there is a dark form which has been watered down, perverted over time, okay, to basically be used as a mechanism for control against those that know nothing of the deeper teachings that these traditions hold, that are all about the self and the aspects of consciousness that are within us all. Okay, so this is all about self-knowledge ultimately. And I am not attempting to teach what is called Lodge Masonry. This is the esoteric underlying teachings of traditional Freemasonry. Okay? So I don't know how I can make that any more clear. I went on kind of like a rant about that in the first hour, but that is what I am attempting to convey here. So understand the distinction between those two things, understanding that Freemasonry is not one thing. As I said, I believe last week, it is all about our choices of building material, because that's what the word Mason means, builders, okay, a builder. Everybody is a builder of our own collective experience in the world of reality that we all create through our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. And builder basically is about the choice of building material that we use to create our reality. Do we use light and truth and harmony with natural law to build what we see around us? Or instead do we use divisiveness, okay, keeping people in division and seeing each other as separate? Do we erect walls? Okay, so in the way I explain it, a light Mason or a true Freemason is one that tears barriers down. He tears bricks down, blocks to higher consciousness, okay? He tears down divisions between people, all right? A dark Freemason, or what I just call a dark Mason, I don't even use the word Freemasonry in connection with the darker tradition. A dark builder, essentially, is one who wants to erect walls and keep people separate and keep people in the dark, okay? He wants to build barriers within people's consciousness, not to unify their consciousness, but to keep it separated, not only from other people, but most importantly from oneself, okay, so that we don't understand what we're all about and our deep underlying motivations and our the aspects of the psyche that we need to work with and understand at a deep fundamental level in order to create a better reality. True Freemasonry is about creating that better reality because it is a tradition in which natural law and morality is taught to its members through a system of symbols, allegories, and rituals. And I hear the break music coming up, so we'll take a break right there, folks. Be back.
Made liberty, their life's goal, but something seems to be missing. Stickers from LibertyStickers.com. Exercise your freedom of speech with the world's most dangerous bumper stickers. That's LibertyStickers.com. But wait, there's more. You can buy Liberty Stickers wholesale. You can for 99 cents each, which you put 100 or more in your shopping cart in any combination. Sell them or give them away. Great for gun shows, flea markets, fairs, outreach, and more. Earn extra money, promote freedom, and spread the word. Need custom stickers, labels, or decals for your organization or business? Liberty Stickers makes them. Go to LibertyStickers.com to order. Call 877-873-9626. LibertyStickers.com. The world's most dangerous stickers. Amazon.com has become a leader in online retail. It is a place where people can find and discover virtually anything they want to buy. Amazon offers thousands of products, including books, movies, and music, a full range of electronics, computer and office, sports and outdoors, dry storable and organic goods, health and wellness, survival and tactical gear, home and garden, and much more. Amazon not only offers over 10,000 online products, but also operates retail websites and offers programs that enable you to sell your products online. By making your purchases through Amazon.oraclebroadcasting.com, a portion of each purchase goes to the Oracle Broadcasting Network. on great prices on hard to find items and help support local broadcasting at the same time. That website again is Amazon.localbroadcasting.com. Every day you hear the news. As an American citizen, I'm sure you're concerned. You may even feel like you have no control. Of course, you can't control things like natural disasters or the real estate meltdown, but these days a number of Americans are returning to the practice of being self-reliant by keeping food and water in reserve. That's why you need BeFoodReady.com. BeFoodReady.com has high-quality, delicious foods that are savable and storable. The foods are dehydrated, so all you need to do is add water. They're made from premium-grade fresh raw foods, vegetables, dairy products, and other high-quality ingredients. Our stuff is awesome, and it's available in single packets for less than $2 a serving. When you buy it in packs, it can be 91 cents or less, depending on the package you're getting. And these foods can be stored for as long as 15 years. Log on to our website to watch a short video, learn about our food selection, how to start your own business, and how you can try 6 meals for free. Log on to BeFoodReady.com.
Okay, folks, we are back on What on Earth is Happening. I'm your host, Mark Passio. I'd like to direct your attention to my website, whatonearthishappening.com. If you click on the radio listen link at the top left-hand corner where it says Listen Live, you will be taken to the page that contains the player for the show on Tuesday evening. Underneath the player, under the player, there will be a list of images for tonight's show. We have been looking at these images, and we were on image number 6, which is a image of the allegorical, archetypal, original Freemason known as Hiram Abiff. He is there depicted in the center of the image with the Masonic compasses and square behind him, and he is between two pillars, which is a common theme in Freemasonry, with Hiram Abiff himself acting as this middle mediator, okay, between these two pillars, a symbolic third pillar, if you will. And this idea of 3 pillars, or 2 ways that diverge to the left and right, and then one that is a synthesis between them, that is basically acting as a balance point, comes up over and over again in different occult traditions. And we already saw it previously looking at the tradition of Kabbalah, the Kabbalistic tree of life with its 3 paths. Okay, the path of severity on the left, the path of mercy on the right, and the unifying or synthesis path, which is the path of mildness in the middle. Again, this theme is repeated here in this imagery that basically symbolically depicts some of the symbols of Freemasonry, the ideas of Freemasonry, I should say. The 2 pillars are the left and right aspects of the brain. They are the masculine and feminine principles within us all. Okay? They are our emotions, the sacred feminine aspect, and our actions, the sacred male aspect, masculine. Okay? And we need to bring those into alignment with each other, okay, based on our knowledge of natural law and our knowledge of how we create what we get. We need to become knowledgeable about the generative principle, which is what we talked about largely in the first hour. And the generative principle is care. And it's basically the knowledge of how natural law works and caring enough to bring our emotions and our actions into harmony with that natural law such that we create goodness and order in the world. Not through our ignorance of natural law creating chaos, which is basically the situation that we have now. Hiram Abiff, this allegorical master mason, basically represents the knowledge of natural law. He represents truth, goodness, and order because he is the synthesis or the marriage between the masculine and feminine aspects of consciousness, or the unifying aspect or bringer together of emotion and action. Okay, so he is depicted here clothed in white, representing purity and goodness, and he is blindfolded, meaning that his sight is not of this world. It is a spiritual or inner sight. And we left off in the last hour saying that this was picked up in the allegory The Matrix, a great movie trilogy allegory, okay, which is about spiritual awakening. And the hero, Neo, who ultimately represents the higher part of the brain, the neocortex, okay, who needs to understand himself as the one, meaning to bridge the left and right, or the masculine and feminine sides of himself, so that he can come into harmony with his true path, with what he knows he needs to do, becomes blinded later on in that series to the physical world, or the matrix world, and he develops true spiritual vision. He can see the matrix for what it is, truly for what it really looks like. So that's what this is symbolically saying here. Hiram Abiff is the true spiritual vision. He is truth. He is higher consciousness. He is the spirit of things. The unifying aspect of everything is spirit. Okay? So he could be identified or kind of likened to, he is analogous to the Holy Spirit in the Christian tradition. Okay? Again, this was the sacred feminine divine mother in other traditions that predate Christianity, but again, the sacred feminine is downplayed because that's all about the emotional qualities, and modern religion is a male dominator game. Okay, so the sacred feminine had to be removed and, as we saw, replaced by a dove, the symbol of the dove representing the Holy Spirit in the Christian tradition, the religious Christian tradition, I should say. Hiram Abiff, okay, there is a legend, there is an allegory to him. Before I get into that allegory, I would like to read a brief description of the symbolic meaning of the ram, okay, because that's what Hiram Abiff represents. It's a wordplay. Wordplay is often found in different occult teachings, and it is also found in Freemasonry. Hiram Abiff is high ram above. Okay, he is the ram that exists with the gods. He's not really here on the earth as a man. This is a symbol. Okay, it's an allegory. It's not a real person. He was biblically, he was one of the builders of the Temple of Solomon. Okay, because he is the middle or unifying aspect between the base consciousness, or the lower physical aspects of consciousness, which are represented by Hiram, king of Tyre, in the Masonic allegory of the building of Solomon's temple. Hiram Abiff is the sacred feminine midbrain, which is where our emotions derive from. Okay, the ability of us to feel the repercussions of our actions toward other people. And then Solomon is the left and right brain, or the neocortex, the telencephalon of the brain. Okay, he is the sun and the moon come together, Solomon. Okay, this is an allegory about the building of the brain and the building of the human heart in harmony with natural law and morality. Okay, we have to understand this from a more mature symbolic perspective, rather than thinking of these as literal things. Okay, so Hiram Abiff is identified with the beginning of Aries, the beginning of the zodiac, when the sun rises in resurrection at the spring equinox. That's when that happens in Aries. So he is the bringer of the light, okay, into a world of darkness, understanding of natural law and truth. All right? So let's look at some of the symbolic meanings of the ram traditionally. Okay, the animal symbolism of the ram is traditionally used to represent power, force, drive, energy, virility, vitality, protection, and fearlessness. All right, these are the qualities that the ram traditionally is used to represent in all forms of occultism, basically. Okay? A look into mythology will reveal the ram